Welcome to Learn to Lead from Express Employment Professionals. Did you know that half of all employees plan to leave their present employer within the next year? What would happen to your company if 50% of your employees left tomorrow? You may have already had to lay off some workers, but the survivors may just be holding on until the economy turns around and they can jump ship. As the economy turns around and baby boomers retire, companies will face stiffer competition for top talent. Organizations that step up and boost their retention strategies now will come out ahead, increasing productivity, profitability, and employee loyalty. An employee's relationship with his immediate supervisor has the largest effect on the employee's commitment, and many supervisors lack the necessary training to build effective relationships with employees. By learning how to effectively lead employees, you will have more committed and motivated employees, which will lead them and your organization to new levels of success. Now that we know our problem, retaining employees, and the biggest factor causing that issue, the immediate supervisor or manager, we're going to discuss the solution: how to lead employees effectively. We'll focus on 4 areas of motivation: building trust, regular feedback, annual performance reviews, and appropriate rewards. Committed employees go the extra mile for customers. That helps drive sales and profits. And this starts a cycle where employees see themselves making customers happy, and they feel their job is important, making them that much more engaged and motivated. Benefits include increases in morale, loyalty, productivity, profitability, sales, and customer service, and decreases in turnover, recruiting costs, and new hire costs. Employees need to trust their supervisors or managers before they will be committed to them. The easiest way to build trust is to practice what you preach. You won't be able to effectively lead others if they don't believe in you or in what you're saying. Be honest with employees and don't make promises you can't keep. Recognize that employees need to see their supervisor's commitment in the way they approach their work. No one wants to work for someone who doesn't seem to contribute anything but delegate all of their work to others. Many times, this is just the result of an inaccurate perception that you need to break. In addition, make sure employees know they can approach you. Encourage employees to talk to you and share their opinions. Then, when they do so, listen to them before replying. Also, rather than simply delivering demands and dumping projects on employees, explain to the employee the importance of the project to the company and the team. It is only after employees trust you that they will boost their performance to the next level. Once employees trust their supervisor or manager, they will be more inclined to ask for and listen to their feedback. Feedback isn't just for annual performance reviews. Employees need feedback on a regular basis so they aren't surprised at review time. You need to take into consideration each employee's needs. In this instance, it is fine to treat employees differently. Some people need feedback on a daily basis, some weekly, others monthly or even quarterly. The same employee may need different frequencies of feedback depending on the project or because of a new job. Ask your employees how often they need to be given feedback, and then make sure to follow through. Of course, if someone says they want monthly feedback rather than weekly, but they aren't meeting deadlines, you need to talk to them immediately, rather than waiting until your monthly meeting. According to People IQ, only 13% of employees and managers believe their organization's performance reviews are effective, probably because most people treat them as a formality and only fill out the paperwork. Also, many people are non-confrontational and don't want to stir things up or hurt anyone's feelings, so they just sign off and move on. Numerous studies have shown the practice of regular, day-to-day performance feedback enhances the effectiveness of annual performance reviews because it is delivered in a timely manner so the employee can make necessary changes. Companies that make the effort to align goals with individual performance reap the rewards. The Wall Street Journal reports that, on average, they are 4 times more profitable than companies with ineffective reviews. Not only do these companies see increased profits, they also retain workers, especially top performers, at a much higher rate. Managers need to realize the value of the performance review. At the same time, employees need to be shown the positive side of reviews. And remember, your employees will typically look forward to review time if they've been given effective performance feedback on a day-to-day basis. These tips will help make your performance review process more effective. First, be prepared. Have a clear objective of the meeting that both you and the employee understand. Make sure the employee has a copy of his or her job description, performance goals, and a list of any questions they have regarding their progress and future goals. This will alleviate much of the employee's stress regarding the meeting. During the meeting, go through the job description, goals, and the questionnaire. If goals have not been set in the past, it may be difficult to determine performance objectively, which is why you need to make specific, measurable goals for the future. This will allow you to objectively measure performance in the future, letting the employee know exactly what needs to be done to achieve acceptable and exceptional performance levels. Then, at next year's review, the employee should know what to expect. Finally, get the employee involved by asking for their feedback. What do they feel they need to improve on? What accomplishment are they proudest of? Get their input in creating goals for the next year. Doing this will help them feel more involved and give them a greater sense of ownership of their work and their future performance. Also, remember that federal and state equal employment opportunity laws require performance reviews to be administered in a non-discriminatory manner. In the event of an allegation of illegal discrimination in the workplace, enforcement agencies look at consistency in things like performance reviews, promotions, terminations, etc. Giving a negative performance review can be really difficult, but it must be done. Remember, when you tolerate bad behavior, good employees leave or become disgruntled. Perhaps no one has told the employee the behavior is unacceptable, and they will improve once it is pointed out. During the review, focus on the behavior, not on the employee's attitude or personality. Avoid the urge to gloss over bad behavior or justify it because you feel you and the employee will be uncomfortable discussing it. Be specific about the problem to ensure you and the employee have a common understanding of the problem. Explain why the behavior is unacceptable and why it needs to change. Ask the employee for ideas for ways he or she can correct the unacceptable behavior. Next, share your expectations for improvement and describe what will happen if the behavior doesn't improve. Then, work with the employee to create a plan for improvement. It is usually much easier to give a positive review than a negative one. However, many people are ineffective at giving positive reviews because managers often simply pat their good employees on the back and move on. This is ineffective because employees don't know what their work has meant to the company, what specifically they are doing right, or how to improve in the future. To give a more effective positive review, describe what specifically the employee is doing right, and then explain the impact it has on the team and the organization. Thank the employee for his or her efforts. Then, work with the employee to create a plan for building on their strengths. This is the part most managers miss. It's extremely important to take this final step so the employee continues to improve and stays motivated. Performance reviews always bring up the topic of rewards. First, make sure to reward only high performers, not low performers. Low performers also tend to be disgruntled and try to spread their ill will to others. Get rid of them. Don't reward them. That includes annual bonuses or raises. Many studies show that rewarding low performers does not motivate them to improve. Rewarding poor performers produces more poor performance. In other words, you get more of what you reward. In addition, if you fire someone who consistently received rewards, it will be hard to justify your actions. If the employee takes you to court, you could lose big time. Remember, employees aren't entitled to bonuses or raises. They earn those through improved performance. To help avoid low performance in the first place, expectations should be clearly stated upon hire or during regular performance feedback sessions. This will help prevent employees from being surprised at receiving or not receiving a reward. Realize that it's part of your job to use discernment in rewarding employees. While you may not have the flexibility to reward employees as you wish, you can influence top management or HR to improve the reward process. In addition, most companies allow managers and supervisors to distribute small rewards as they see fit. You can help this process by asking your employees what they want in a reward program and then sharing that information with the decision makers. When you make suggestions or what ability you do have to reward employees, don't feel like cash and plaques are your only options. Trips, time off, gift certificates and more make great individual rewards. Team rewards could include on- or off-site parties, such as ordering a pizza, going to a local theme park, or a trip to the movies. These rewards have the added benefit of giving your team time together outside of work to bond and grow stronger. In addition, many of these rewards, such as parties, trips, and gift certificates, can get the employee's family involved. This makes the reward more memorable and worthwhile to the employee. Remember, creative doesn't mean expensive. Convergys Corporation, a benefits administration and billing company, greatly reduced turnover by rewarding employees with the opportunity for small raises every 6 months, rather than one large raise annually. You could also reward employees by letting top performers have first dibs at requesting time off, rather than doing this by seniority. In addition, some rewards can be informal. Top performers can be rewarded with new, more challenging, more interesting projects. Demonstrate to HR and top management that a more flexible rewards process will help the company in numerous ways. Use what flexibility you do have to reward your team by getting creative and selecting the most appropriate rewards for them. By building trust, providing regular feedback, conducting effective annual performance reviews, and giving appropriate rewards, supervisors and managers can lead their employees to a greater sense of commitment, increasing customer service, profitability, and productivity. In addition, committed employees stay with their employers, meaning you don't have to deal with the hassle of recruiting, interviewing, and hiring new people. We hope you learned something from this presentation that will help you improve your performance and motivate others to perform better as well. If you want to learn more about retaining employees, contact your local HR and staffing solutions provider, Express Employment Professionals.